today I'm creating my dopamine menu. I saw people on the internet do this thing called a dopamine menu. I was intrigued, I did my research, and I was like, I need to do this thing. A dopamine menu is a list of enjoyable activities divided into courses that you can do to stimulate the release of dopamine in the brain. So it's just basically designed as a way to provide alternative sources of excitement, enjoyment, pleasure, motivation, instead of relying on your typical doom scrolling, binge watching, binge anything. And I actually don't hear a lot of people talk about dopamine menus and what they are and their purpose. So I just decided I might as well do my own dopamine menu while explaining to you what a dopamine menu is. So this is what I am going to do today.
So to create this menu, I used some watercolor paper and folded it in half to create this sort of menu style, kind of. You can see basically. And then I went on the internet to find some ideas of how my menu could look like, but I ended up not really finding anything, so I just relied on my brain and on my creativity to create my menu. A dopamine menu, like I said, is a menu divided into courses, just like a restaurant menu that's divided into courses. And the goal of this dopamine menu is that whenever you feel like getting dopamine from doom scrolling, you can open your dopamine menu and pick whatever activity you want depending on your level of motivation and the time you have ahead of you, and get your source of dopamine, enjoyment, excitement from these activities, from these healthy activities, instead of relying on doom scrolling and binge watching. And most importantly, to remind yourself of these sources of dopamine, because sometimes when we scroll on social media or when we want to scroll on social media, we forget the alternatives that make us happy and fulfilled and excited. So you just have to open your menu to remind yourself of what you can do instead of doom scrolling. I decided to include 5 courses in my menu, but you don't actually have to include all of these courses. The first course in my menu is appetizers or starters. In this course, you include activities that take less than 15 minutes to do, so typically ranging from 2 minutes to 15 minutes. I included yoga, making a coffee, tidying my room, journaling, sitting in front of direct sunlight, playing my favorite song, listen to affirmations, but you can include whatever you want. Then there's the main course. It includes activities that take over 45 minutes to do, or maybe 30 minutes. I would say over 30 minutes to do. In my main course, I added watching an educational video, reading articles, exercising, deep cleaning, long journaling sessions, and shadow work. And again, you can add anything you want. So those are activities that require more energy from you and more time from you, but that still gives you a sense of pride and satisfaction when it's finished. My third course is the sides. So basically, this includes activities that you do while doing other activities. For example, listening to music while working out, listening to a podcast while doing some light work, lighting a candle while you stretch or read a book. The fourth course, which to me is the most interesting one, is the desserts course. So I call this one a treat after an exhausting day. For example, if I've had a bad day, or if I've been productive, or if I'm proud of myself and I want to give myself a treat, then I will pick one of these desserts, let's just say. So I've included things like scrolling on Pinterest, watching a movie or my favorite TV show, watching a YouTube video, read a fiction book, do a complete skincare routine, and more. You can literally add anything you want, but I personally try to keep it in check, not put doom scrolling on social media or anything. Or maybe if you put doom scrolling on social media, maybe put 15 minutes of doom scrolling, something like that, I don't know. And the last course of the menu is the specials. So I call this one out of the ordinary events, things that I don't get to do every day. So I've added go to the movies, go to a coffee shop, go to a concert, go to the beach, buy a wishlist item, and take a class. So those are events that are not ordinary for me, and that's what you're supposed to put in your specials as well. Then I decided to create the front page of my menu, and it was a disaster. I ended up coloring the page in green and I hated it. I absolutely hated it, so please do not judge me for it. But this was a way for me to beat my perfectionism, because that's also one of the reasons why I stopped painting and I stopped drawing, because I am a freaking perfectionist. So I decided to let it go and just do something. I just try to remind myself that things are not supposed to be perfect, and especially because it's for me, so it doesn't even have to be perfect. Then I wrote a little note on the back page that you can see, and I've decided to fill the menu by adding PNG images of food because it was a bit empty, so I just printed some images of food and glued them to my menu, and it really turned out super cute. I just love the way it turned out.
So I'm done with my dopamine menu. The front page looks like this. I kind of regret having put the green. It doesn't look that good, honestly. So I feel like I'm gonna do my dopamine menu again, but because it kind of gave me ideas while I was making it. But this is the front page, dopamine menu. Pick what you want to try, made by your chef. I added these little PNG images of food. My printer didn't have any juice, so the images don't even look good, but yep. And then when you open the menu, you have the starters, the mains, the sides, the desserts, and the desserts and the specials with more PNG images of food. Honestly, it looks really cute. It looks really cute. And then the last page, we hope to see you soon. I actually kind of want to make another dopamine menu, but more work. I didn't really plan the way I wanted it to be. That's why it turned out a bit random. But I want to work it more, and I invite you to do the same thing. I'm not gonna keep it on my desk, but you can see like this. Dopamine menu. Anyway, I hope you liked the video, and if you did, then that's nice because this was really exciting to make. And yeah, you can tell me in the comments if you knew about dopamine menus, if you didn't know, if you plan on making a dopamine menu now that you have watched my video. And yeah, I will see you in the next video.